Hello, I'm Everett Erickson, and this is The Mixed Review, the movie review segment where you hear from two perspectives on a movie, one positive and one negative. Today's movie for review is Get Out, the directorial debut of Jordan Peele, a psychological horror up for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actor for Daniel Kaluuya. Chris Washington is a talented photographer who becomes anxious about meeting his white girlfriend's parents, feeling that they may be uncomfortable that their daughter is dating a black person. Although he is assured by Rose that the Armitage family is not hateful, when Chris actually meets the parents on a weekend getaway at the family home, everything seems just a bit out of the ordinary. Soon, everything spirals out of control, and Chris is thrust into a situation where his life and identity are on the line. Starring Daniel Kaluuya and Allison Williams, with Bradley Whitford and Catherine Keener.
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Mine is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
Now it's time for The Good Review. If you've seen the Black Mirror episode 15 Million Merits, you know what kind of absolute force Daniel Kaluuya is. Under the direction of Jordan Peele, however, his acting becomes exponentially greater. The character of Chris is one that the audience can easily identify with, have empathy for, and desperately root for when the horror ramps up. And not only are you rooting for the character, you are put into their shoes in terms of the racial and ethnic divide, something not easy to accomplish well. Normally, horror films rely on annoying or boring characters to carry the story, but in Get Out, the characters are the strongest facet that the film has. The movie has great performances all around, from established actors like Catherine Keener, Bradley Whitford, Stephen Root, to newer faces like Allison Williams, Caleb Landry Jones, and Lakeith Stanfield. But of course, the movie is completely and totally spooky and scary and creepy. The music in it is completely mystifying and chilling. Just look at the title theme, Sikilisa Kwawanghe. Not often can songs send shivers down my spine and get stuck in my head. But good songs do that kind of thing to you. In the end, the movie works as both a semi-conventional horror and a social commentary piece orchestrated by one of the great up-and-coming creative voices of this generation. I give Get Out 5 out of 5 stars. Now, the bad review. Now, I understand that to some people this is going to seem like I'm being really picky, and I know that the horror genre as a whole doesn't often produce bar setters, but this movie relies far too heavily on unbelievable stuff for the terror. All the hypnotism, and then the whole reveal about what's really going on, it seems too science fiction for me to take the movie seriously as a whole. And on top of that, if I wasn't having trouble taking it seriously, the character of Rod, the TSA agent, is complete fluff, a joke of a character that was only put in the movie for comic relief. The final twist ending at the close of the film just doesn't work, and I would have loved to see the deleted scene that Peele had to cut because it was, quote, too dark. I think having a dark ending would have helped the movie a lot, but I'm not sure. Whatever the case, the movie leaves just too much up for interpretation, and a lot of the symbolism the movie presents is way too heavy-handed. In the end, you have a movie that is made up of a bunch of parts, when looked at individually, are really more corny than they are scary, and the story as a whole really suffers at the expense of it. I give Get Out 0 stars. And there you have it. You heard a review from someone who liked the movie and from someone who didn't. Now, if you want to see it or not, that's up to you. Need something funnier? Try Key and Peele and see Jordan Peele's comedic side. Want to go creepy but keep it to TV? See the Black Mirror episode 15 Million Merits that I mentioned at the beginning of this review, also starring Daniel Kaluuya. Whatever you do, I'm Everett Erickson, and that was The Mixed Review.